Happy 11/9, everybody. If you're tuning in from the UK, happy 9/11.
I testified, my mama cried, black people died when the other man lied. See the TV, listen to me, double trouble. I overhaul and I'm coming from the lower level. I'm taking tabs, show enough stuff to grab like shirts and it hurts. With a neck direct, took a poll cause our soul took control from the education of a TV station. But look around, here go the sound of a record ball, boom and pound. When I shut them down, I shut them down. Shut them down, shut them down. I shut them down.
Tonight's stream's probably not going to be 3 hours. I probably got like an hour in me. I was getting a little sloppy at the end of last night's stream, the first stream, so just taking notes, figuring it out, and trying not to be a blabbering fucking retard. So it's a delicate balance because it's like the trenches of idiocracy kind of like suck you into the level of stupid. At any rate, we're going to avoid that. We're going to stay on topic tonight, and we're going to make clear, concise points. I have notes on several topics, so I think tonight's stream will be significantly better than last night's stream, even though last night's stream was a success, I'd say.
No, my educated mind say suckers gonna pay anyway. They're gonna be a day cause the truth they roll in. Now posse up, home from the ground, ready to go. Throw another round, pick up the ride and suicide for the other side of town. When I find a way to shut them down, I shut them down. Shut them down, shut them down. I shut them down, shut them down. Shut them down, I shut them down. Shut them down, shut them down. I shut them down, shut them down. Shut them down, I shut them down. Shut them down, shut them down.
We are connecting here. Hold on. There I am. Let's get after it, folks. Huh. Having some connection issues at the gate. Not great. We might not be able to have a stream tonight. Hey, how's it going, folks?
Hi.
Why aren't you looking at us?
Can I ask you guys a question?
If you would like.
So, my question is, what is a conspiracy? Could you define conspiracy in your own words?
An idea that somebody has about something, an opinion somebody has about something. I don't know.
Okay.
Something like that.
So you're a little far off the scent, but so here's what conspiracy literally means. Two or more people working together to achieve an ends. The Latin etymology of the word itself literally means con, which means together or with, and then spire, which means to speak or to breathe. So literally the word conspiracy, from its Latin etymology, it means to breathe together.
So you're basically saying that when everybody says they have a conspiracy theory that they're being fucking retarded and they know nothing what they're talking about.
Not necessarily. I mean, because most people who have that kind of view that you just described, most people use the word conspiracy theorist as like a pejorative term. I'm not going to say that all conspiracy theorists are like actually well read or know what the fuck they're talking about.
Fucking smart for me. I can't do this. I can't.
No? No, I know. It's hard. It's hard. Hey, how's it going?
Great.
That's great. So I'm coming on here tonight and I'm asking, yeah, no. I'm not sure what that is. Hey, how's it going, ladies? Damn.
Has white, red, and blue.
Hey, what's going on? Yeah, no. Striking out. It's Sunday night. People got their football in today, so they're a little less cognitive. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you?
Chilling. How about you?
Chilling. I'm also chilling. I'm coming on here tonight, and I'm asking people some pretty basic questions. So, my first question for you is, could you define conspiracy in your own words? Like, what is a
I don't know what that
conspiracy?
means. I don't know what that means.
You don't know what conspiracy means. That's fine. So all conspiracy means is when two or more people work together to achieve a certain ends.
Hmm.
All right, I'm gonna move on. Look, do yourself a favor. Get off of social media. Stop using AI and read more books. And God bless you. We weren't getting anywhere with that guy. This is the trenches of idiocracy.
Они чисто с девочками, да,
Hello.
видимо, хотят. Hello!
How are you guys doing?
Very good, fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. So I'm coming on here
You have
tonight.
you have a very specific voice.
I do have a specific voice. Yeah, that's right. My grandpa worked in radio. He was a radio guy for most of his life,
Oh
but
my goodness,
so I kind of
that's
inherited
really
that radio voice. But I'm coming on here and I'm asking people some questions. Would you guys be interested in answering a few questions?
Of course we're interested.
All
Yes.
right. All right. So question number 1. Could you, in your own
Okay.
words, define the word conspiracy? What does conspiracy mean?
Conspiracy. Could you please spell this word?
Yeah, I'll type it in. Conspiracy. Do you guys know that word?
We will search it right now.
All right. Well, you guys search
Because-
up the word conspiracy. Let me know what it tells you.
Because okay. It's like collusion, right?
So all it means is when two or more people work together to achieve a specific ends or a specific means, sorry. Two or more people work together to achieve a goal.
Okay, got it.
And so have you ever heard someone like been called a conspiracy theorist? Like someone like Alex Jones? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Alex Jones, I have heard about him a little bit, but I don't remember exactly.
All right, that's fine. I mean, I think we're a little too far off at a different spectrum here. However, I think something that could help kind of break the difference here is if you guys visited a website, you'd probably you'd have a much easier time like taking this in. So let me tell you this. Taking a website, it's called whatonearthishappening.com. And I can't talk about conspiracy theory because you guys don't even really know who Alex Jones is. So we're going to have a hard time engaging in a conversation about this. But you guys have a good night. Stay safe. I'm going to move on. Yeah, there's just no way. I don't know how to do that. I'm not smart enough to do that. So, hey, how's it going?
Okay.
It's going okay. Well, that's good to hear. Okay is better than shitty.
Yeah,
So can I ask you a question?
indeed.
Could you, in your own words, define the word conspiracy?
Conspiracy.
Yeah,
My own words.
in your own words.
Why, may I ask?
Because not lately, since the JFK assassination, conspiracy theorist has been used as like a pejorative term to like insult people that are researching kind of some of the unknowns, I guess you'd say, of the world. And so I'm trying to get a handle on how many people actually understand the definition of the word itself, because it's used very liberally these days. people throw around that term conspiracy. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. Have you heard that term? I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Jeffrey
Yeah.
Epstein, the Kennedy
What's the word?
assassination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would probably say not believing in something that is widely considered true,
Not
or
believing
someone
in
a
something.
conspiracy theorist,
Not
or
believing in
conspiracy
something that's
theorist.
widely considered
believe.
true. Okay. I mean, you're not too far off. Although that is kind of how the language has been diluted and like uh, mutated, because that's not really what conspiracy means. The word
Hold
conspiracy.
on, where'd that fucking person just pop out from?
What person? Oh yeah, that was my girlfriend. She's just sitting in.
Oh,
She's just sitting in and listening. But yeah, no, she was sitting right behind me, so you might have not been able to see her. But there's. But at any rate.
I thought she like popped out from inside a wall. Anyway.
Yeah, no. No, she was sitting behind me. But at any rate, conspiracy, the word conspiracy from the Latin etymological roots. So you take the first part, con, which means with or together,
Against.
right? From Latin.
No.
And then you take spire, which is the root of conspiracy, spire, which means to breathe. So literally from the Latin roots of the word itself, it means to breathe together. So that's all it is. It's two or more people working together to achieve a specific goal. And
Well, let's Google that.
yeah, Google it. I mean, I have a whole book on it I could recommend as well. Conspiracy Theory in America. If you wanted to screenshot this, it kind of gives a history of
Conspiracy from Oxford Languages, the Oxford Dictionary describes it as a secret plan by a group of people to do something unlawful or harmful.
Right. Which I disagree with that. Like, people can conspire to do things that aren't unlawful or harmful. Like me and someone else could conspire to do something that like is good. It's not always necessarily harmful. However, in the world that we live in, a lot of these conspirators are working to achieve sinister goals. So now that we
What's
go on.
one beneficial conspiracy theory? What's one beneficial conspiracy theory?
I'd say a beneficial conspiracy that has taken place on Earth is something like whatonearthishappening.com or one great network. One great work network.com. That's like a group of people working together to kind of expose this stuff, expose how cults work, and talk about like conspiracy. Because not all conspiracy is theory. See, these two words have been kind of magnetized together. You were about to say something?
How is that reliable?
How is what reliable?
Like, where's its sources? The websites you just named off. How is it reliable?
One great network.
If I see one thing, yeah, because like if I see one thing from the BBC, a well-trusted, well-verified news source, versus some random website I find on the internet, I feel like I'm going to be more leaning towards the one with credits and that's trusted.
Sure.
Actual.
And so how does a operation like the BBC come to become reputable and they're funded. I mean, let me tell you this quote. This is one of my favorite quotes of all time. Because, sure, I'm not going to ask you to blindly believe this website, and I'm certainly not going to ask you to just go in with it with, like, accept everything that all of these people are talking about. That would be stupid. However, I will mention this. Condemnation of information prior to examination is the epitome of ignorance. So, if you don't check out the website for yourself and come up with your own conclusions, then it's easier to be convinced that maybe everything on this website is malarkey, and I should just listen to NPR and BBC and Fox News, or not Fox News. You know what I mean, though. The mainstream institutions of media are suppressing this kind of information. They're making it harder for young people like yourself, or even older people that are like my age that have never considered this stuff. They're making it harder for people to find it. I was very lucky and fortunate to have found What on Earth is Happening.
What is it called again? What's the first website called again?
WhatOnEarthIsHappening.com.
What on earth is happening?
And it is. It's what on earth is actually happening. It's not like speculation. Like, he describes what is happening on Earth.
So the first thing that's kind of like throwing me off here.
Yeah.
The first thing on this website is immediately an ad.
For the Shadow Work seminar?
Yes.
Right. So that is not an ad. He's sponsoring his latest thing, because, like, Mark Passio doesn't, like, work a regular... He takes donations and he takes gifts. He doesn't work like a regular job. Like, this is his job, is spreading truth and freedom, which you'd have to admit it's not a very lucrative business these days, spreading truth and freedom. But I want you to ignore the shadow seminar thing. Don't worry about that. What is important is that you click on the podcast section, and I want you to just scroll through some of the episodes, some of the topics that are discussed in the episodes, which he gives like kind of descriptions of for each podcast episode. But I mean, come on,
So
dude. You're going to be thrown off by an ad. You can't even fucking log on to YouTube without an ad being shoved down your throat.
I just want to... I'm a practicing witch. I've been practicing paganism and witchcraft for about 3 years now.
Okay.
All of the shit he's spewing is very culty.
Well, he describes how
Start
cults...
the journey to true spiritual awakening.
Okay, and so
Like,
paganism isn't a cult? Or...
paganism is not a cult. It's the occult. It's a religion.
It's the occult, right. So do you know what the occult means? What does occult mean?
I believe it's another term for witchcraft or paganism.
Nope. So all the word occult means, the Latin roots of the word occult means hidden. It is hidden from plain view. It is not obviously seen. It is not recognized by the general people. It is something that is hidden. That's all that occult means. And so I do want to maybe give you, before you say Mark Passio is a cult leader and all that, because that's usually what people attack him with.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it's giving very David Koresh vibes to me.
David Koresh vibes, sure. Do you know David Icke?
No, I do not.
Okay. So this might be part of the reason why you're like a pagan witch kind of follower. You know this stuff...
I guarantee.
This pagan ideology kind of roots back to Germanic roots, and it falls into the realm of Satanism as well. I mean, these...
No, it does not.
Satanism does not...
I'm sorry, but that's...
So hold on. You're saying that Satanism and Wicca are not related at all? There's no correlations or crosses?
Yes, but Wicca's a totally different religion.
Then which... Okay, so you're saying there's no connections between Satanism and witchcraft?
Yes.
Okay, so do you know who Anton LaVey is?
No, I do not.
So he is the organizer of the Church of Satan, Anton LaVey, and he talks about witchcraft a lot in his writings. What you need to do, honestly, is you need to download a PDF of the Satanic Bible, and you need to read the entire Satanic Bible.
Oh, I read it.
You've read the Satanic
read it.
Bible. So then how can you say that there's not like pagan and witchcraft ties to the religion itself?
There's pagan and witchcraft ties to every religion. Body
Sure.
of Christ, blood of Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's impossible for them not to be pagan and rituals in every religion.
Sure, yeah, Christianity ties back to pagan roots. Even Nazism ties back to pagan roots and Germanic tradition. Sure, all of these things do.
Nazism is a government.
Well, it's a national socialist ideology that dabbled in the occult, and they did originate from this Germanic pagan traditions. It's not something that you're ever going to be taught in school. I do want to recommend.
Germanic paganism is?
What's that?
Do you know what Germanic paganism is?
I mean, yeah, it's an old, basically occult, theosophical worldview. It was a religious, spiritual worldview that the Germanic Aryans, people like Helena Blavatsky, no?
Germanic.
Okay.
As a practicer of Germanic paganism, it's the belief in the Greek and Roman gods.
Okay, so I want to recommend something for you that will help expand your worldview. 2 masks, 1 face. I'm typing it into the chat.
I would like to offer something that would expand your worldview, and that is going outside and touching grass.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I actually live out in the sticks. I have 84 like acres of land that I live on, so I'm surrounded by nothing but grass, trees, and wildlife.
It's hard to believe that you don't go out and go outside.
I know it is hard to believe because I'm saying some things that I know you might right now disagree with and you condemn because you haven't actually looked into it. And I'm saying, I'm giving you some resources.
No, I've looked into all of it actually as we've been talking.
Mm-hmm.
All of it's basically bullshit.
What is?
The what's going on in the world right now, that website, that's
whatonearthishappening.com is bullshit. You've determined that in 30 seconds or like in the last 2 minutes?
I'm definitely going to do more research into it, but based off first look, it definitely looks like something David Koresh would have.
Okay.
Looks like fucking.
I mean,
what's
dude,
one?
All I'm saying is, don't condemn the information. You haven't even listened to.
Oh my god! I know what it looks like. It looks like fucking. Fuck. What's the occult? What's the cult?
The occult
from like
cult?
I meant to say the cult. The cult from the super famous one. It started like the cult thing, like a cult. It's like a dad made it and his whole family, and they all committed suicide. It was a mass suicide, and that's what started.
You're talking about what's his face, Jim Jones, right?
No, but he had a website, and it's still up and running today, and it looks exactly the same.
Ah, interesting. Well, something you might discover if you were to go through the podcast section is Mark Passio actually describes the techniques that cults use to indoctrinate people.
The Mason family.
Yeah,
right. Not the Mason family. Never mind.
The Mason family?
Heaven's Gate. There we go.
Heaven's
Jesus
Gate.
Christ.
Okay, that was a weird cult, and to compare Mark Passio's work to that is absurd. But
I'm just saying.
No, and I know that it looks like that when you first look at it and like don't actually look at the material itself. When you first look at the website, it's very easy to be like, this guy is a fucking cult leader. That's exactly what I thought when I first started listening to the podcast. However, once you get a little later into the podcast series itself, he breaks down the dynamics, which are the techniques which cults use and have used for thousands of years. And so it would be a pretty odd tactic for a cult leader to explain exactly how cults are created and maintained and all of these other things. Wouldn't you agree?
No, actually, I disagree with that. David Koresh did the exact same thing.
He explained how cults worked?
Practically, yeah.
Practically, all right. And virtually as well, or? Let me look him up. Hold on. I'm interested in this David Koresh fella. Since
Art?
you compared him to Mark Passio.
Do you know Waco, Texas? You know the compound.
Oh, you're talking about David Koresh of the Branch Davidians of the Waco massacre. Interesting. You mean the people that the government like set on fire and like killed?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That was a cult. You are
laundering.
correct. That was a cult.
Yes.
The problem with
I'm
that
aware.
is the bigger cult actually won. You see how the government, being the bigger cult, like killed a bunch of children and like burned their house down because he sawed off like a couple inches off of a shotgun barrel. Do you know the actual history of the Waco massacre?
Oh, yes, I know it all. Well, first off, I am in no way defending the ATC. That's not the right one. That's not the right branch thing.
So
Forget what the fuck it's called.
I will say to compare Mark Passio to this guy is you're doing yourself a disservice. That's all I'll say. You're doing yourself a disservice by comparing Mark Passio to this gentleman. I'm gonna move on. I think you're awesome because you're playing guitar, and you seem like
Hold on. Why are you speaking so highly of David Koresh?
I'm not speaking highly of
You
David
do realize
Koresh. I'm speaking poorly
you're
of
like,
the
"Oh,
government
this
that like massacred him and his family and his children. Yeah. I mean, hold on. Let me pull up a documentary for you. I want to recommend a documentary.
Oh,
about
I've watched
Waco.
all the documentaries.
You probably have never
I've watched
heard of
all
this
of
one.
them.
You've probably never heard of this one. I promise. Hold on. I promise you.
I've watched all of them. I went on a deep dive in COVID.
Okay.
I'm
telling you,
just
man,
solve a
if
few
you've
inches.
never heard of whatonearthishappening.com, you've probably never seen this documentary. And so the documentary is called Waco, A New Revelation. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, I have seen that.
Okay,
yes,
okay,
I have.
I was wrong.
Okay.
Well, what do you think of
I
that?
vividly remember
like,
that one.
come on, how have you seen that? And like, he
rabbit holes get deep, man.
The rabbit holes do get deep, and they get very deep in books that David Icke has written on websites like whatonearthishappening.com. Books like this, Gary Allen, None Dare Call It Conspiracy.
Does he have sources like listed there? Does he have the sources, credible sources?
What does this book have? No, this book doesn't have a lot of footnotes, but I'll show you a book that does. The Milner-Fabian Conspiracy. For every chapter of this book, there is at least 5 pages of footnotes that confirm everything that is written in this book. If you haven't read this book, it's about 500 pages long, 523 with the appendix and the index. This is 2 groups you should really, really consider looking into. Is the Milner Group and the Fabian Society. And the Milner Group was formed by a gentleman, a group of people, really. It was a Rockefeller, I think Nathan Rockefeller. And, no, hold on, now I need to check. It was either Nathan Rothschild or Nathan Rockefeller, Alfred Milner, and Cecil Rhodes. And Cecil Rhodes is kind of the key figure of this story because he basically, way back in the day, wrote his last will and testament, and he was like, we need to take over the world through slow implementing socialism. And someone like Alfred Milner basically took the reins, from what I understand, after Cecil Rhodes had his last will and testimony. At any rate...
Listen, man.
Yeah. What you got?
I'm gonna be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
I have cancer. The doctors have given me 6 months to live in July.
Oh my God.
I've been, for the whole 6 months, I've been trying to find out what's real in the world and what's fake. Okay. I guarantee you, 100%, this is not it, my man.
What, the
I'm sorry,
but... conspiracy?
No.
Or what on earth is happening?
No. Well, fucking, what on earth is happening?
Right.
Fucking,
I know.
This is not
okay, that's fine. I do want to say
I'm sorry, but this is not it, my
that's
friend.
fine. That's fine. You can die on that hill. You know, probably not researching any of the fucking things that gave you cancer in the first place. I'm very sorry that you've gotten that diagnostic.
I have cancer. I have cancer from Hashimoto's, which is a thyroid disease. If you eat gluten, it's fuck. What am I saying? It's hereditary. My mother has it. My grandfather has it. But if it goes uncontrolled for long enough, it can give you cancer. I unfortunately got the short end of the stick, and I have stage 4 thyroid cancer.
That is awful,
really
and
nothing.
I am genuinely saddened, and that upsets me to hear that. Honestly, I don't want to hear that, and I'm sorry that that is happening to you. Since we're on the topic of cancer, I'm not going to push Mark Passio. You can write him off. He's probably a dumbass. Nothing he said was true, or you know, the 300 podcasts that he's released. There's probably not.
I'm not
a
saying
single
nothing he
grain.
said was true. I'm saying most of it probably is incredible.
Okay.
Like,
well,
if I were to write a college paper on Colts, Mark Passio probably isn't going to pass for a credible source.
well, okay, but what about all the authors and books that he links to the stuff that he's talking about?
I'm not denying you. Probably a good amount of that stuff is true. It's the ratio of what is true and what isn't true, and what is.
Well, okay, let's
I
move
know.
on from that. It's okay. You can visit the website, go through the podcast section. You can determine that for yourself. I want to recommend a documentary for you. Bear with me just a moment. I have to pull up my folder full of documentaries. Hold on, let me show this. I'm showing this on the stream. You probably can't see it. Well, you can't see it, but I want to recommend this really cool documentary because it's like this 13-year-old kid, and either his mother or his father passed away from cancer, and he goes down the rabbit hole, and he discovers the cure for his cancer, which oddly enough involves a like a coffee enema. It's very weird, but it is awesome. And so the name of that documentary, which I very, very strongly suggest that you go ahead and watch, it's on YouTube, I believe. It's called The Beautiful Truth. The Beautiful Truth documentary. And it's about how this young man who is so moved by the pharmaceutical industry's sinister ways, and he lost his father, he actually goes down the rabbit hole and he discovers a cure for cancer. I do recommend it. I wish you the best of health. I hope that you...
Hold on, wait. Can I ask you something?
Yes.
What in your fucked up mind makes you think, hey, I just met a kid that's dying of cancer who might not make it to fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's tell him about this, how both of this kid's parents died from cancer. He decides to go down a rabbit hole and finds out coffee is the cure.
No, it's not just coffee. It's not just coffee. Well, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. I know it sounds crazy. I'm trying to just give you some information that you've never... Okay. Well, maybe Michael Jackson will show up at his Wish Foundation or whatever. What's up, man? Yeah. We tried. What's going on?
Cute.
How are you?
About good.
You're about good. Okay. Can I ask you? Yeah, no, of course. How's it going? So hold on. I need to stop and I need to speak on this for a bit. Because, like, dude, you can even, like, you can talk to a kid that's dying of cancer and be like, here's this documentary that's, like, 20 years old where this kid kind of cures cancer and figures out the cure. You can tell him about that. You can show him whatonearthishappening.com. Nope, Mark Passio is a cult leader. Nope, I don't want the cure to cancer. Okay, well then have fun having your organs harvested by the state. I don't know what to tell you, kid. You have good, clean, healthy organs. They want to harvest your shit. Sorry, that pisses me off so much when you can present it and then still just slap you in the fucking face for gifting you what? Something you'll never fucking hear about. Oh well. Condemnation of information prior to examination is the epitome of English. Sorry. English is the epitome of English. I fucked up there. Is the epitome of ignorance. I am the epitome of English. Since I can't get the sentences right. Alright. That was extremely frustrating. It's like, that's like when I try to play fetch with my dog, and he doesn't drop the ball, and I'm like, dude, if you just give me the ball, I'll be able to throw it again. But no, I want to die of cancer and slap this fucking gift of knowledge and information right out of your hand and flip you the bird. Oh well, best of luck to that kid. It's probably how he fucking got cancer to begin with. I hope he doesn't die of cancer. What's
she
up,
ain't
man?
got no panties on, ain't got no panties on. You got cancer, bro.
Yeah, no, I don't have cancer. I was just talking to this kid that had cancer, and I was trying to talk to him about some, like, documentaries which talk about the cures for cancer, because the cure
Like
for
Dr.
cancer
Sleepy.
has been suppressed.
Yeah, it's really mucus. Everything is mucus.
I've never heard that one before. Could you elaborate?
That's what Dr. CB said. Everything is mucus. If you non-aesthetic, if you don't got no mucus in your body, you can't get sick to anything.
Oh, wow. I'll have to
Like
look into that. I've never heard that one before.
That's why
No
people take
mucus,
stuff
no
like
sick.
duck flower, and all that to cure that.
So,
Get that bad stuff out your immune system, all them parasites.
So I'm coming on here and I'm asking people a very specific question. We kind of got derailed by the last guy because he just
He was a goofy.
He was a brick wall of indoctrinated idiocracy. Basically, he was like the
He believed
zombies you
everything the
find.
school system told him.
Sure.
Yeah.
So okay, you seem like a reasonable guy. Let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
Could you define the word conspiracy?
Conspiracy is a lie that is told like the truth that they're trying to say, basically. The people, yeah.
I mean, you're not too far off. Like, that is what modern conspiracies feel like. The textbook definition, though, of the word itself is broken down into two Latin roots. Con, which means with or together, and spire, which means to breathe in Latin. So literally the word conspiracy, all it means is to breathe together. It's two or more people organizing a means which to produce an ends. Wait, or did I back that up? Did I reverse that? An ends to which produce a means. There we go.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy though.
So, by definition, things like 9/11 or the JFK assassination are textbook conspiracies because, like, people work together to orchestrate these things.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why they call it. That's why they call it history. His story.
Right. Yeah. Sure. One of the greatest history books ever written is this one right here. It's a thick bastard. He even admits in the preface, he's like, this book is inexcusably long, I think is the words that he used. But it is the real actual history of, like, kind of, this was written in 1966, so he didn't have the full scope, but Carroll Quigley was kind of a whistleblower that he was a mentor to Bill Clinton and well, not necessarily mentor, but Bill Clinton learned a lot from this guy. At any rate, I'm going to leave you with one last question. This is what I was asking last night, but we've already covered conspiracy. So, what do you think generates freedom on planet Earth?
I don't even think free will because people live wrong nowadays. So they think free will is like living the same way they've been living,
Right,
basically.
right. Which no, dude, you're
I
right.
think what brings like what generates life is sisterhood, brotherhood, which we definitely missing out on
Yep,
nowadays.
yep.
A lot.
Exactly.
Both races, black, white, purple, orange. We all got disagreements with each other. All argue about the same things. So I say, what bring what generate peace between all of us as a whole is not us minding our business, but us sectioning off as a whole.
Yes. You are like so close to the bullseye because it's even simpler than that, dude. And it's sad that people don't understand this on a more global level. But the one dynamic that creates freedom on this planet is morality. If we just treated each other the way we expected to be treated, we wouldn't need police, we wouldn't need military, we wouldn't need prisons, we wouldn't need laws.
Yeah. That's why it's only like a 5% good people in this world, really. Because even certain good people you'll catch them doing flaw things like
Sure.
arguing with another about something dumb.
Exactly. Well, hey, I'm gonna move on,
Yeah.
dude, because you seem like you're already kind of like in the know of this stuff. You already
Head
have a
on.
good base for this information.
Yeah.
Before I head out, though, I did want to share one important resource with you. Just right
Hmm.
quick. I'm gonna put it into the chat.
It's a natural resource.
It's not a natural resource. No, it's a website. And it's a website that's helped me
Okay.
out a lot. And it's actually the website that's inspired me to come on this live stream here tonight and have these conversations with complete strangers. So the
Yeah.
website is whatonearthishappening.com. And if you go to that website and go to the podcast section, I can guarantee, I 100% guarantee, you will find some topic of interest that you've been curious about and that he will
Yeah.
be able to explain in a way that you've probably never heard before.
So do you believe beyond the ice wall?
Not really. I'm not really a flat Earth subscriber. I personally, I don't give a shit what the shape the
Mm.
planet is. I do feel like flat Earth and the ice wall and stuff like that were put into truth and freedom circles, as a topic
Hmm.
to make them seem crazy. Because if you talk about how to generate freedom, and then at the same time you're talking about the Earth is flat and there's like an ice dome and like you know all of this other stuff.
Do you remember in like history they told us one of the scientists like they believed that the earth was flat back then, like 1800s and stuff, like that was the thing, that was normal.
Sure. I mean, look, I'm not going to write it off. I just think there's so much abundant evidence that the Earth is not flat. It's literally called
That,
the
yeah.
atmosphere. The atmosphere. That wasn't by
Yeah.
accident.
But I believe in a flat earth with a firmament around us. Cause like I don't think they've been to space before. Goddamn, like NASA is not for us. They're for the government, first of all. So
Sure, sure. And all government is slavery, as you can see here.
yeah,
Um,
facts, even jobs.
Yeah, sure. All forms of government are slavery until we can become truly independent, truly autonomous, truly an anarchic society. No masters, no slaves. Then we'll be free. And fun fact, fun
Yeah,
history lesson, no civilization on this planet has ever even attempted this. It's always led more toward dictatorships or empires or communist regimes. No one's ever on the planet that we know of ever attempted to truly have a masterless society. which would
Yeah,
explain why we're in fuck world.
facts. Cause like even like with the plants and stuff, like back in 2020, they was taking people farms and all that,
Yeah.
like
2018.
making them pay and all that. Yeah, they was paying them to take their farms and all that. That's crazy, and that makes me think what is so important about the plants, really? And I heard they planted most of the like important plants in Antarctica, like in an ice box, so they can preserve them.
Well, there's a book.
And that's kind
There's a
of
book that actually explains this. It's a gentleman named James Corbett, and he has a book called Reportage, and he specifically talks about this like seed vault that they have in I forget what mountains, but it's a very remote mountain that is very cold and inaccessible. And there's literally a giant seed vault of non-genetically modified organism seeds that are stored
yep.
here. And the only reason they would do that is if they're
That's why they just
planning.
passing on GMO.
Let's say that again.
That's why they just passing us out GMO because they got the real plants.
Right, right. They want us to be fat, stupid, apathetic,
And weak
and retarded
and weak.
and weak. Mm-hmm. All right,
That's crazy.
dude. What was your name? You're a smart guy. You got your head on your shoulders.
Zay.
Say that again.
My name's Zay.
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 My name's Sean.
Yeah.
It's been a
Sean.
pleasure speaking with you. I will re-emphasize, go on What on Earth is Happening, dig through the podcast section, and expand your consciousness, my friend, because that's the only true solution here on this planet, is to treat others how we expect to be treated and to expand our consciousness, get the fuck off social media, stop using AI, and read more books. All right?
All right.
All right, God bless you, Zay. All right, we're going to stop here for a second.
Let's make the switch with just a few annuities. We'll hide those incongruities in quotes from Abercrombie Fitch.
honestly feel bad about that cancer kid, because it's like, I tried, you know, there would have been a more graceful way to convince him on the information, but he had kind of a wall up. You know, he checked out the information, he looked at it at a very surface level, and he wasn't willing to look any further into it and just kind of demonize it. So that's a bad thing to do, I'd say. But whatever. I mean, again, he probably didn't take the best care of himself, you know. It's okay. It's okay. Because maybe he will. Maybe he will visit these things and have a change of heart. You know? I do know this. I've watched that documentary, The Big Picture, and the kid makes a very convincing point, okay? Especially with the coffee enema at the end. It's a weird thing. You'd think it's bullshit, but I guess he made it work, so why can't that kid, right? Let us continue. I got a couple more in me. I'm not going to do as long of a thing. I don't want to besmirch the legacy of freedom here, but it's like sometimes you got to come with a little vitriol, right? You got to come with a little umph. It's like if you want to reject this information, do it at your own peril. All right. Back into it. It is not matching. Hold on, I might have to... We might be freezing up. Alright, there we are. It's not completely frozen. Bear with me. I wasn't expecting that to come out. It feels like he busted that out as like a fucking, like, pity thing. It's like, alright, fuck Mark Passio, and I have cancer. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? Whatever. We hope that young man does recover. We don't want the guy to fucking die. That's insane. We want him to recover. Maybe he'll say I was wrong. You know, that's the hardest thing to say. Click allow. Do you see this? Alright, hold on. That might have been the last one. That last guy was cool. The guy before him, I can't say he was cool. He seemed very against any information that I had to give him. Like, he already... I was that way, too, when I was a teenager. You know everything. You've got it all figured out. What the fuck is this 31-year-old Omegle guy gonna talk to me about that I don't already know? Hello? Damn. I think... Hold on, I might have to stop it and just do something real quick. All right, last couple here. Oh, we were in the UK this whole time, so we're gonna move. Oh no, we were in the US. That was just a different link. Let's move to the UK. Actually, they're a little smarter. They created the English language. They're English. You know, what can you do about it? Or at least they modernized the. You can't say they created it. They modernized it and like fine-tuned it. So words like rose would just be infinitely confusing. He rose from the dead and smelled a rose, and the word rose really, it doesn't sit well with me. Now we're having real trouble here connecting. Maybe it's because more people are going onto the app right now. I haven't changed anything. We're checking the... Wow. Maybe God doesn't want me to talk about natural law. Maybe I'm, like, butchering it. And God's like, dude, fuck. You're fucking it up. Hey, what's going on, gentlemen? Man, they're definitely going to meet some nice women here on this app tonight, for sure. Nope.
This was way better than I
fucking burns though, you know.
Not happening.
Nigga, there you go.
Nope. Hello? Something's going on. We're having a harder time connecting now. It was working nice and smooth before. Hold on.
Say you can make it. You gotta believe. When things go wrong, just overtake it. You gotta believe.
Yeah, it was working great just a second ago, and now it's not working at all. Maybe the cancer kid reported me. That's fucked up. Hey, do you want a documentary that talks about how to cure cancer? How dare you? That is the modern trenches of idiocracy that we are stuck in, folks. People would rather kill themselves than fucking watch a documentary. Incredible. Incredible. You gotta give a hand to the dark occultists. Like, it's impressive. It's, like, actually incredible that you can talk to someone about a fucking documentary and they get angry at you. I mean, was I being insensitive? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I was being a little insensitive. I certainly didn't think so. That's retard world for you. Idiocracy trenches. I could have given him anything. I could have been like, here's the cure for cancer. Like, I can ship it to you. What's your address? He'd be like, fuck you. What? No. I don't want that. I want to die. Alright, monkey's not working. We're gonna try Omegle one more time, and if it doesn't work, then God bless, Godspeed, good night.
Tell yourself I got to make it. You got to believe. So come on, everybody, let's shake it.
How is it insensitive to, like, recommend a documentary? That is weird. That is like, what's it called? That's like programming. That's like reactive programming. Like, you can't even mention something without someone having an emotional reaction. What does Mark call it? Emotional, heart-based mind control. That's what he calls it. Heart-based mind control. That's something a cult would say, though. So don't listen to me. Hello, how are you? She was fixing a boot or something there. Hello, how are you doing?
I'm gonna tweak.
You're gonna tweak?
I'm gonna lose my mind.
You're gonna lose your mind. The world's a crazy
Yes.
place. Why are you gonna lose your mind?
So I have a boyfriend, right?
Mhm.
And I'm just trying to keep my mind like distracted and not think of the negative and thoughts right now. So I have not heard from him since 1:30, and he lives in Indianapolis. So ghetto, anything could happen.
Mhm.
I checked his life 360. It says his phone's on the charger, but nothing is going through. So I added both of his friends on Snap. They're not responding. I texted his friend. His messages aren't delivering. I texted his mom, and she hasn't heard from him since even before me. And
That's stressful.
I
I'm
don't know
sorry
if I
that's
should
happening.
I don't know if I should lose my mind if he does text me and be like, "What the fuck?" Like, what the fuck? You had me sitting here damn near all night, worried that you got fucking murdered or something. Because, mind you, it's snowing too, and he drives like a fucking maniac. So, what if he got into a car accident and he died? Like, God.
Well,
I
here's
don't
what I
know if
can
I
tell
should
you.
tweak on this
Here's what
man.
I can tell you. Like, as a man, I'll try to give you, like, my perspective. He's probably not, like, in a dangerous situation. He's probably not, like, dead. He's probably, like, with the boys, like, shooting the shit.
But that's also another thing, though. He knows to tell me where he's going because that's how he's respectful. The people he are with are all grown, including him. If you guys are acting like you guys are in middle school still,
Yeah.
it is crazy and
Yeah. No, I agree. It's unfortunate. You can't really blame the individuals. Are you familiar with a gentleman named John Taylor Gatto?
no.
All right. He explains this very well. Like the modern schooling system, because it's not an educational system, it's a schooling system. It kind of
Yeah.
like it kind of like teaches men to be less responsible. It teaches women to be more what's the word I'm looking for? Promiscuous. It doesn't directly teach these things, but at any rate, I do want to let you know your boyfriend's probably fine. The absolute worst case scenario is not death. I highly doubt he's dead. The worst case scenario is probably like he left his phone on the charger and he's been drinking with the boys and he lost track of time. I mean, it's happened to me countless times.
That's the other thing. He told me he wasn't drinking. He got really fucked up last night, and he swore to me that he was not drinking today.
Well, okay. So we're here doing a live stream on YouTube. So as much as I want to help and
Oh,
give
hey,
good
y'all.
advice, and I don't want you to worry
Hey,
about your
y'all.
boyfriend, I also want to get to a line of questioning. If you'd be interested in that.
That's fine. Let me say hi to the stream. Can they see me?
So there's probably no one watching. I just started this channel like yesterday officially. So there's no one watching yet. Maybe in a couple years I'll have more of a following, but as of right now, not the case.
Yeah.
And here's how we're definitely not going to get more followers is by asking questions like this. So, in your own words, could you define the word conspiracy?
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
Okay, that's fair. That's honest. So all conspiracy means is like two or more people working together to achieve a specific goal. So have you ever heard like 9/11 was a conspiracy? No, we lost her. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi. Great.
Would you be interested in having a discussion about conspiracy theories?
What?
Would you be interested in having a conversation about conspiracy theories? Is there any specific conspiracy theory that you've like wondered about and wanted to know more about?
I don't even know what that is.
Okay. So that don't know what a conspiracy theory is. I mean, I don't know if I would have been able to. Hello, how are you? In the trenches of idiocracy. We might have frozen up. I might end it here. We, we had a semi-decent run. We had like 2 semi-decent conversations. I think, do you like freedom is a better question. You just got to repeat it over and over again. Because people don't care about conspiracy theory. People don't care about Latin etymological roots of words or how our language was built. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Could I ask you a
That's
question?
great. Of course.
All right. In your own words, could you describe the word or define the word conspiracy?
Oh, shit. I want to say a well thought. Hold on, wait.
No.
Hold on, wait.
Take your time.
A well thought out. Not only well thought out. What's the word I'm looking for?
Like a plan?
A well thought out theory. Yeah, theory type beat. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are close. You are kind of on the trail. So the word conspiracy itself, like the textbook definition, means 2 or more people organizing to achieve a specific goal. And so the Latin etymology of the word itself means to breathe together. Con, a Latin word meaning with or
Hey.
together, and then spire, meaning to breathe. So I think the term conspiracy theorist has been transformed into a insult, right? Like if you talk about things like 9/11 or even the Charlie Kirk assassination, there's a chance that you'll be labeled a conspiracy theorist. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay. Yeah, that's actually true. That's lit. What the fuck?
It's very true.
What education says.
That's what I'm on here doing. I'm trying to talk to young people and like give them kind of the keys to reality so we can make this world a better place together. And I find it excellent and incredible that you're so interested because not a lot of people are interested in this stuff. Well, obviously.
I don't get asked. Yeah, I don't get asked these questions often, so that was kind of.
No,
that was lit.
You'll probably never run into these questions again, if not for a website called whatonearthishappening.com, where where a gentleman named Mark Passio explores these dynamics and asks these questions in a much more organized and prolific way than I'm doing here. But you, sir, you seem like a smart young man, and you seem like you are curious about these things, which is great. And so I want to leave you with that website, whatonearthishappening.com. And
gotcha.
I want you to really check out the podcast section and kind of dig through it, and you'll definitely find some information that interests you, a topic that you find very intriguing.
Gotcha.
How old are you, brother?
I'm 18.
You're
So I am
18?
kind of young. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
No, you
Yeah.
are kind of young. Dude, that's awesome. You got your whole life ahead of you. And there's so much potential. Like, you could be a great force of positive change for this world. Because you're a young man, you seem interested in conversations like this. And so let me leave you with this, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want you to check out this book. It's called The End of
Ooh.
All Evil by Jeremy Locke. Doesn't that sound like a great goal, is to end evil on the planet?
Can you type that for me? I actually want to look that up.
Yeah. Of course. So you type in The End
Bro.
of All Evil, and then I'm going to even put in PDF, or no, I'm going to put in archive. If you just copy and paste this into
awesome,
a search browser, you'll get the full PDF of the book. And you should download it. You should download more books off of the internet. Archive.org is a great source of information. It's a great place to find books for free digitally.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. You're a legend. What the fuck?
Dude, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
God bless you and your family. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking this in and not like just dismissing it at first glance.
Of course. Yeah.
And certainly don't believe everything either. Like, take it in, make your own judgments, come to your own conclusions. Don't just blindly believe everything on whatonearthishappening.com, because even Mark gets it wrong every so often. But listen, brother, you've been awesome. You have a great night. You've actually restored. I was about to quit doing this. I'm going to do a couple more now just because of you.
Love you, bro. You better, man. I love you, bro. You're a legend.
I love you too, man. God bless. You see the difference? How's it going? You see the difference between some kid that just like immediately says Mark Passio is a cult leader? You see the difference? You can't help everyone. Not even Mark could pull that kid out. I'm telling you. How's it going, man? Hello.
Got the fucking One Piece opening, bro.
What's up,
what
man?
The fuck? What's up, man? How's it going?
Look at this. Government is slavery. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I could say it's slavery.
You disagree?
I could say it is.
Yeah, government is slavery. Absolutely. So, what we're doing here tonight, you're on a live stream right now. It's not very popular. It might not ever become very popular, but I'm going to keep doing it. You're on the MATRIX phone booth, and you're live. And so I'm asking people questions tonight, and I wanted to get a gauge of where people are at with this particular question.
What do you stream on?
I'm just streaming on YouTube for now. Like I said,
I might have to watch that. Not gonna lie. What is it?
It's called the MATRIX phone booth. I go on here on Omegle. I try to convince young people to read more books and visit truth-minded websites. And I try to pull people out of the Matrix, because the Matrix that you're living in is a lot different than the Matrix that I grew up in. And it breaks my heart. It saddens my soul to know the depths of depravity that these modern Matrix corral farmers are willing to do, are willing to subjugate us to. You found my page, the MATRIX phone booth?
I just subscribed.
Thank you. I appreciate
Hell
that
yeah.
very much.
Gotta support people, you know?
Thank you, dude. Thank you. So here's my first question for you.
Yeah?
In your own words, could you define the word conspiracy?
Something that someone believes, but like that is not like entirely true, or it could be true, but it's something that someone believes that most people don't believe.
I hate to say it, man. It's not the definition, but we've been
What is the definition?
We've been culturally conditioned to believe that's the definition. Is that it's this fringe idea that holds no merit in reality. But here's the actual definition. All a conspiracy is two or more people working together to achieve a specific goal.
Damn.
So, exactly. And so when you add the word theory to that, all a theory is something that is unproven and is still under the blanket of speculation. Like, for example, Darwin's theory. We're living under Darwin's theory of evolution. And yet, it's just a theory. It hasn't actually been proven scientifically.
Yeah.
And so, if the government and intelligence agencies were more transparent and more forthcoming with things such as 9/11, things such as COVID or the Kennedy assassination, there would be no need for fringe internet people like myself to theorize upon anything, because the government would just be telling us as it is. Did I lose you?
You've been lost. I've been lost for a long time. I have a
That's
very
okay.
slow
I'm sorry,
comprehension level.
It's
all good. I'm slow as hell.
So, okay.
It's
You're
all good
not
though.
slow as hell. You're not slow as hell. You are capable of accomplishing anything that you want in this world. It just takes a little bit of work and practice. You have to understand who you are first in order to accomplish anything. And so, one of the best ways to understand yourself is to understand the framework of the actual planet that we are on. At any rate, man, I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to lose you. We did. He's gone. What's up? That guy looked like a vampire. He was part of the Reynolds family. What's up, man? I see you're taking good care of yourself. You're lifting weights. That's great. That's awesome.
Always stay to it every day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All our earthly body vessel, we have to take care of it, or the spirit dies inside too. So I'm on here asking people kind of a line of questioning, and I'd
Is that your book?
What's that?
Is that your books?
So these are just 4 books that I have in the background here. These are 4 very important books. Do you like to read?
Yeah.
Well, dude, you just got this is like a mythical Omegle match here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you really are serious about reading, I want you to check out this book, The Milner-Fabian Conspiracy.
Okay.
It's hard. It's kind of hard to find a physical copy, but if you go on archive.org, you can find a free PDF of it very easily. And this is a very unique book. There's not too many other books like this that exist. And then there's certainly not too many people on the planet that are going to recommend this book to you. In fact, if we hadn't had matched on this Omegle call, you probably would have never heard about this book for the entirety of your life. So, all I will say is this. This is one of those irrefutable books. Everything that's written in the book is backed up by 5 to 10 pages of footnotes. And then, of course, at the end, you have the appendix and the index itself. But at any rate, let me slow down. Let me reel it back, because you seem like a smart guy. if you're exercising, obviously you care about freedom. You understand somewhat about how to generate freedom. And so, let me ask you this. Do you know how freedom is created? How do we create freedom as human beings? Nope. I have not time for that. What's all this? Why should this be? Why should I care about how human freedom is generated, sir? Well, you shouldn't, okay? Hello? Alright, I think we're hopping off. I went longer than I wanted to. I'm saddened by Cancer Kid, dude, because it's like, dude, he just could, like, watch this documentary and find, like, 4 other books. That's sad. That's sad. Real quick, for those who don't know, let me go back. Hold on. I do just want to explain this. This is a cool statue, and I put it here for a very specific reason. Alright, so what are we looking at here? This is a statue that was placed in the Vatican in the mid-70s. And what it is showing is basically like this demon rising from a nuclear blast. This was installed by an Italian artist. I believe he was an Italian artist. And the Vatican was like, can you put this in our Vatican, please? We really need a nuclear blast demon, just like as the focal point of our building here. I think that's interesting. I think it's very telling. They hate us. They want us all to die in a nuclear blast. All right, let's try just like one more. I don't have faith in the trenches of Gollum World or Idiocracy, but we'll try. We've had some success. Even Cancer Kid, man, I think he's gonna go back. He's gonna be like, hold on, maybe I was wrong. You know, you never know. Hello. Do you believe in that? So, let me ask you a question. Because I see you're meditating, right? So you're obviously a spiritual person, correct?
No, I just want to calm down.
Okay. Well, I guess let me ask you a question. Could you, in your own words, define the word conspiracy?
I don't even know what that word means.
Okay.
No, I could not.
So let me explain, because this is very important, because you're going to hear this word a lot more as you grow older, is conspiracy and theory. The word conspiracy, it means 2 or more people working together to achieve a specific goal, which is problematic. But let's dumb it down a little bit. Do you like freedom?
I guess.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You do, yeah.
Because then I would not probably be here because I'm mixed. So I'd be in Chinese land.
Right, which, yeah, Chinese land's not, mobile death vans, all that stuff. It's not the best. So, let me ask you the second part, because you seem smart enough to know the first part. How do we create freedom here on planet Earth?
The president? I don't know.
The president? I'm afraid that
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, okay. That's an interesting response, but I'm afraid that's incorrect. So,
history.
No, can I explain? Can I explain? It's actually very simple, and I think you'll agree.
I guess.
So, the dynamic that generates human freedom on the planet is morality. So, like, you just be a good person, and then we have more freedom. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm always a good person. I'm always a good person.
Well, maybe not, though. Do you vote?
No, I can't. I'm too young.
Okay, well, when you become of age to vote, don't vote. And that will ensure that you're being a good person. A lot of people are going to try to convince you to vote, like, oh, if you don't vote for this party, then, everything's going to fall to shit. You might not be concerned with these things now, but as you get older, these things are going to become more and more relevant in your life. And all I'm trying to explain is don't fall for the trap. The Republican Party and the Democratic Party are the exact same thing. They want to see you be less free. They want to see you be less healthy. They want to see you be less educated. And especially they want to see you be on TikTok and OnlyFans. That's the most thing they want. All right, I think we're closing it up, folks. This wasn't... You know what? This was a success and it was a failure. And it was a learning process, just as last night's stream was. And if I actually thought this was easy and would be something that could be accomplished with little effort, I wouldn't be doing it, okay? I wouldn't be doing it. If this was something that I believed could actually be easily done and not this frustrating soul sucker, it sucks my soul to see people like this. Especially that cancer kid, man. That kid broke my heart. It breaks my heart to know that people are programmed to just absolutely condemn information from the second they see it. That breaks my heart. I think most people I went to high school with, if you're watching this ever in the future, after the world ends or whatever, if you're watching this, I think you'd agree. We were more receptive, at least. We were more receptive to outside information than this younger generation. So it's sad to see that people are so unreceptive and will demonize you and say, how dare you recommend a documentary to me when I'm going to die of cancer in a few months. It's like, dude, maybe understand the people that are fucking working to kill you. All right, I got to get out of here. God bless you guys.